honestly, could this week get any more mediocre for Tottenham Hotspur after the highs? And I mentioned it in my video the other day against Roma. After the highs of the Manchester City result away from home against the champions, even though they're in a poor run of form, we went there and beat them 4-0. And subsequently, we played in the Europa League against Roma, were very, very average, and obviously let in a late goal to Mats Hummels. And then today, against, obviously, Fulham in the Premier League, we just served up another 90 minutes of pure tripe, to not mince my words. And obviously, we'll go into this in the video. Lots of players missing out in the game, and this Spurs side is going to struggle, I think, with this sort of lineup if it's going to be the case for the next few weeks and months. It's just really, really frustrating. I feel like I'm going round in circles. 1 minute I'm up here, then we're going here. It's the Spurs cycle, really, isn't it? But before I go any further, let's keep this cheery. If you are new to the Sunny Talk Spurs channel, get down in the comments below. What did you make of the game? What did you make of that result? Ahead of Bournemouth again. The game's coming thick and fast over Christmas. This isn't ideal. And leave your likes and obviously subscribe and hit the notification bell if you are new around here. But yeah, it's just very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. And I'll get the stats up now because, Fulham, credit. If you're a Fulham fan watching this, fair play, because you had 14 shots, 6 on target and 49% possession. We had 8 shots, 3 on target, 51% possession. And our lineup, it was just, not strong. Not strong in any means of the word. Forster, I know he made a good few saves, but without Vicario, we're going to struggle. Still with Dragosin and Davis at the back, who I thought played all right, but, don't give us as much confidence, considering how much of the ball we gave Fulham. We lost control of the game. I thought Sá was very good, probably the man of the match. Maddison went quiet again, and I'm not sure why Ange took him off when they went down to 10 men, Fulham. And then Basuma, I think he had a poor game as well. Just not as good as Bentancur. We miss him a lot as well. Johnson was quiet apart from the goal. I thought he took the goal really well. Timo Werner was actually quite strong, I believe, but he's just not as good as Son is out there. And Son through the middle was obsolete, very, very annoying that, it's that time of year in the UK. Illness is around in the air. And Solanke was ill today, hence him not featuring. But I thought Fulham set up really well, defended strongly, worked the ball really well between the likes of Iwobi, Nelson, Jimenez, Smith Rowe, former Arsenal trio in that middle of the park. And I just don't think we had enough. I just don't think we have had enough. And we look at these are the games we've had all season. Fulham, I think, have been all right this season, but, we looked last week against Wolves, and Wolves were terrible yesterday against Bournemouth. And they went to Craven Cottage and got a 4-1 win with some magic. And just our home form, it's like our home and away form have flipped. We've gone from really, really being strong at home and being poor away. And at the moment, it seems to have, I don't know what's the matter. And if you were at the game today, what was the atmosphere like? Because on the TV or on my stream I was watching, it did not come across well, which is a bit of a worry when we want to keep our momentum going and fight on in this Premier League campaign. Because, if I look at the Premier League table now, with the wins today for Chelsea, for Manchester United, we've slipped down to 7th. Same points as Brentford. Man United are 1 point behind us now. It's not good reading. It's not good reading. And these results, it's all well and good beating City, and we were all really jubilant about it. But if we're not going to go out there and beat Fulham, who, I know some people say Fulham are Fulham and all that sort of stuff, but this is the calibre of team we need to, at home, put away. And, last year we lost to Fulham away from home, very, very poor. This was a different sort of game because Fulham just, it was our passing, our tackling, just the cohesion. I don't know if it's because we're leggy. I don't know after playing against Roma in the Europa League. I don't know if it's just because the changes have been so, in the situation, they've just changed so much. I'm just quite, as you can tell, really, really lost for words after that one because it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And I'm a massive backer and supporter of this team. A lot of you will know in the comments section that, I'm very, forward thinking with this Spurs team. But let's just put this into perspective. I had this game on at the same time on my other monitor and had the Chelsea Villa game on the TV. And I feel like that game I was more paying attention to. Obviously, I kept an eye on the Spurs result, hence this video, and, was more engaged in it per se. But just all in all, it's just very, very annoying. It's just very, very frustrating. It's that inconsistency. And it's actually surprising we've drawn a game for once because we don't usually draw games like this in the Premier League. But, we're usually winning or losing. And it's just really frustrating. And I know people go, it's a draw, momentum and all that. But we played really badly. That's what's worrying. I don't mind if we lose and I don't mind if we draw as long as we play well. But just today, very, very poor. And Kulusevski, he's such a miss when we don't have him in the side. He just runs the game. We saw from, how he won that tackle against Tom Cairney. I mean, Tom Cairney, it is a red card. And, if only if that was early in the game, because we just didn't, every passage of play, every ball was over here. It was just very, very annoying. I keep saying the same words, annoying, frustrating, because we just did not seize control of this game and, dictate it how we usually can. I don't know if that's because of, Fraser Forster's not comfortable on the ball. Maybe then Davies isn't as comfortable on the ball. Dragusin, whereas Romero, Vicario and Van der Ven are. But yeah, it's just one of those matches where I'm just sitting there thinking, it's just more drop points. Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Leicester, Newcastle. It's not, and we go to Man United and away to City and get results there. But all in all, does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? You merit a side based on consistency. And that's why I think in the Premier League, should we just go for the Cups? Should we go all in for the Carabao? Should we go all in for the Europa League or the FA Cup? Because in the league at the moment, I don't think we're showing the consistency to get top four. And what's the point of getting top four if we probably won't give it a good fight in the Champions League anyway? And, if you win the Europa League, you get Champions League football, on top of that, of winning the trophy. So, yeah. Very, very annoying. Obviously, we play again on Thursday against Bournemouth. That's not going to be easy. They have obviously had a really good result of 3 penalties for Cliver against Wolves, who I've just mentioned in this video already. But yeah, we need to. Hopefully, Solanke will be back for that one. But yeah, that we've got a few problems at the moment at Spurs. And I think a lot of it is out of our hands. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt in this one. But all in all, it's just, a lot of sides have got injuries. A lot of sides, Liverpool, City, Arsenal had some injuries to key players. We had this last year though, didn't we? Feels very similar actually. But it just seems when we're taking some really big players out. The thing is, and I was watching... I was listening to TalkSport, obviously, who I work for, after the Europa League result. And, when we're in more competitions, this style of play, and I love it, is just really a lot on the body. Can we play 2 games a week or 3 games a week with this sort of, strain on the body? We've seen our injuries. We're near the top of that list of injuries this season. But... if you look across the team, there's been like an injury to most of our players. Even, Solanke earlier in the season. Son earlier in the season. It's just Johnson and Kulusevski who have sort of been apart from that. So yeah, we need to maybe, give some other players a chance. I know we have today. But maybe you start with Lancashire through the middle. You start with Archie Gray in the 6 because Basuma was very, very poor. very frustrating game for a lot of the players out there. But you're going to have to let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. As always, I'll be in the comment section replying to you straight away. And if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Sorry I'm not my optimistic self as usual, but just frustrating, isn't it, watching Spurs do that at home. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. And until then, come on, you Spurs. Ciao.